Brian. Say hello to everybody.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Again, I'm Mr. Huber. We're going to start with Brian. Graduated here how long ago?
About a year ago now.
About a year ago. He's a year out, year in the field. We're going to go through our basic realm of questions here. Tell us a little bit just about your experience at SJVC, from the beginning mods to the later mods.
The beginning of SJVC, first class with Mr. Huber. That was an experience. It definitely did get me ready though. Throughout the mods, got Mr. Huber for the most part, but it was a little tough on me. But
a little is he's being nice. I was hard on Brian. I knew he had potential. I also knew that his baby face was going to be something that someone would want to poke at and kind of look at him as maybe a little bit softer, especially out there in the industry. So I wrote, I was a little harder on him than most because I wanted to be a little tougher than most.
yeah, definitely did. I started growing out this beard and nobody
Nobody says nothing.
Nobody said nothing now. They're just looking on him like, okay.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. That's good.
But yeah, throughout the mods, it was a little tough making it happen. Going through work, moving out of my parents' house for my first time, coming to school and working at the same time. But I'd say it was all worth it. Definitely at a point where I want to be right now. Definitely still going up, still want to do my own thing.
What was your biggest struggle here at school?
Here in school, honestly, just turning in everything on time, having needing the time to do my work, understanding the concept of the work, and just getting sleep.
And sleeping, yeah, sleeping is important. Proudest moment. What was your proudest moment here at school?
Proudest moment probably when I was one of the only ones that completed the PLC programming, but that was pretty cool. Also conduit bending. I think I did some pretty good work with conduit bending. I'd probably look back and say, man, that looks like crap.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was pretty proud.
At the time, it was proud, yeah. Well, and that's going to happen with time and experience. What was your hardest day?
The hardest day? I'd say the days I talked to Mr. Huber. Nah, but all honesty, every day was the same. I was excited to come in every day, learn something new, get some new experiences in with my friends that I made here. But it was a struggle, but it was, like I said, it's pretty worth it.
Yeah.
Pretty worth it.
What was your best day here?
Best day? When I didn't have to talk to Mr. Huber? Nah, but best day? Probably when I graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing that I was done with this. Well, happy and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I'm not coming back. I don't have to come back and see my friends every day.
Right.
That was a little sad. But happy that I'm done. I get to go on with my future, with my career.
Awesome. Now, talk to me about the transition from school to the workplace. Like, what transitioned over, what didn't transition over? What were some things you're glad that you kind of got early, or maybe you didn't get, some things like that?
I'd say the best things that I got in early was definitely the conduit bending. Definitely the conduit bending. The calculations came in very handy. Also reading blueprints. The residential mod, learning how to troubleshoot all those board wars and stuff like that. The commercial side of it, like the forward and reverse controls, you see a lot of that, all the technical stuff. Yeah.
And then transitioning from school to the workplace, what's that kind of been like for you?
Transitioning, it was definitely a transition. It's a different environment. You're mostly on your own the whole time. But in here, it's a pretty good environment. If you have a question, you ask Mr. Huber. He'll answer, he'll guide you through it. But for the most part, on the field, you won't have that luxury. So I'd say get it in as much as you can right now.
Ask as many questions as you can.
Yep.
I like that. Talk me through kind of transitioning from the lower mods to the more advanced mods. What was that kind of like for you?
From the low mods, honestly, it was really easy. Definitely just cruising through, doing my thing, getting my grades. Once I hit the advanced mods, there was some spots where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
But just talk to you for the most part. It was we worked something out. We were able to get some stuff. Able to turn in some grades, some missing assignments.
Right.
Get that graded. But that transition, it transitioned fairly softly.
Right. But you had the same instructor for most of the lower mods and the upper mods.
Yes.
So you didn't there wasn't a big change there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. That makes sense. What kind of message would you have for, let's say we had a brand new student here, what would you tell them?
I'd say ask as many questions as you can. Don't be afraid to ask, because right now is the time to ask. Before getting into the field, knowing what you're doing is the best thing. That is just better for your boss, knowing he could trust you, and also to be able to just come in every day, learning as much as you can.
Was there a moment that you felt your confidence starting to build, and do you remember that specifically? Like, hey, maybe I can be okay here.
At SJVC, or
Yeah.
definitely, like I felt like my confidence was pretty low at the beginning of every mod, but throughout it, like after week 1 or week 2, I'd be like, okay, I'll be fine. I can get this down. But yeah, for the most part, that's just how I went.
Okay, so what about infield? Now you've been infield. When did your confidence start growing then?
Just recently, to be honest.
Okay, tell us about that.
It's when you're in the field, there's a lot of things that you have to be humbled at. Like, at first, I thought I knew what I was doing. After I graduated, of course. And then got into the field, saw that I didn't really have a concept of like actual things that the school did prepare you for the concepts, but actually seeing the work of actual building was a little bit of adjusting to. But once you get adjusted to that, it's start getting a little more confident.
Adjustment in speed or adjustment in just knowing how to do it?
Both. Doing a lot of work. Doing work is you have to be able to be doing things fast, having to understand the concept of it, make sure it works. That way you can just do it once and not again.
Right.
And never come back to it.
Would you say that pressure during school helped you?
Yes, it definitely did. It got me over my fear of being called out, not doing the work right.
Right.
It did definitely get me over the fear of making mistakes, because you're definitely gonna make mistakes.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
All right. Anybody you want to shout out right now?
Shout out, obviously, Mr. Huber.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Company Apex Electric. And also my friends that I graduated with. That's about it.
All right, cool. Any last thoughts or words you'd like to tell anybody?
Mr. Huber's a soft guy at heart, but he's tough.
But he's tough. Yeah, you ain't lying. Don't tell anybody. All right. Hey, thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
Love having you on. See you guys.